What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a bike video around here in New York City. But my main goal is to go to the Hudson River Greenway path, which is like a trail that extends all the way through Uptown, but it collides also with Empire State Trail, which goes all the way even parts of semi-upstate New York. But I'm probably going to take it towards the Upper West Side area around 79th Street and start making it all the way towards Lower Manhattan to the downtown. And check out the views of Hudson River, parts of Jersey, like Jersey City, and see what's going on. So without further ado, join me. Got my little right here, the bike. Small bike, but it gets me anywhere. So this is 6th Avenue. I'm gonna be biking around here since they got a bike lane. Probably past part of Central Park and then merge it to the Upper West Side. Just gotta be a little careful, you know, with the bike delivery drivers and some people that they drive crazy, but hey, that's an adventure, right? So let's do it. New York City is one of the cities that has some of the most bike lanes around in the States. I think the one in North America is actually Montreal with the most bike path. Even Boston too is bikeable, but yeah. It's been a minute since I biked in New York City. I've been biking mostly in Jersey City, but here we are again. And literally biking here is like if you're in a car, you gotta keep aware of your surroundings and what's going on over here. Pretty basic, it's like a lot of people out here during the weekday, but the weather's pleasant. It's like in the low 70s, so pretty comfortable. This over here is Bryant Park. A perfect day to spend in the nice weather, having a coffee or some of the street food they have here. I'm not sure this is actually a halal, but there used to be an Asian cuisine here where you could get plates for $9, $10, and you will be like really full. But now let's continue the journey up towards the Central Park area, and I'll figure my way out to make it towards the Upper West Side, and then we're gonna hit that beautiful bike lane that goes throughout the Hudson River and get some epic views, you know, of the Hudson River, parts of Jersey, even Lower Manhattan is gonna be over there. So you can see the bike lane. This is 6th Avenue. Also on 8th Avenue, we got a bike lane too, which is really cool. You can see the skyscrapers. It's a different vibe when you're biking and walking the city. With a bike, the benefit is you work out and you can reach further distance on the bike. Oh, let me watch out with this one. Whoop, whoop, beep, beep. Yep. That's why I say sometimes you gotta pay attention to the truck. Look at all the city bikes we got down here. Yeah, it's really fun. And this area over here is where they set up the hotels, but that doesn't start until like 6 o'clock, but sometimes you come like an hour before and you'll see people lining up to get the food. But there's a corner from around here, and then Rockefeller Center's right here too. This is the area where they set up hotels. You see it's not here yet, so it looks pretty different. And the touristy areas right here. Radio City Hall, Rockefeller Center. Pretty gorgeous though, I like the views. And in the Christmas, it gets super, super packed here. I know a lot of people like coming here. But during the Christmas, this is all the areas that I really want to avoid. I try to stay out of Midtown during the Christmas season because it gets like super jam-packed. But then within a few avenues down, I should be getting close to Central Park, which is a really good park to bike too, you know. Huge, massive park, but I think if you have a bike on you, they also got rental bikes. But I think it's better that instead of getting those rental bikes, just get yourself the city bike and then bike the entire park. It's probably more affordable. And then in the fall season, it's even gorgeous to look at Central Park. So, but still I am in Midtown. Gotta tell you, sometimes you get some adrenaline rushing through this bike, but look at the views and the architecture here. It's just pretty nice. Now I don't do this often, but I might start doing it. This over here is 55th Street. 2 more blocks is the most expensive street in the whole world, billionaire as well, 57th Street. And the scaffolding is right there, but then they do a little detour with a bike path right here. That guy was testing and biking, I'm vlogging and biking. And you can see the vibes, I tell you, it's a really gorgeous day. Even though the vibes in summer are good in New York, it can get really humid and uncomfortable to walk around, but today it's a decent, like in the 70s degrees. This over here is billionaire as well. A lot of traffic. And this over here is Central Park, so I gotta figure my way towards that way. And then it should connect me to other sides of the park. Here I am surrounded by pedicabs and other people, and that's me biking around, but yeah. Let's see what's going on. And now officially I've entered Central Park, which is pretty easier for me to bike. You know, you're gonna be surrounded by the vegetations and trees. But yeah, let me show you a little bit of the park right here before we head up to the Hudson River area. And you see what's going on over here. Look at all the beautiful trees. A lot of people biking around. I think I've only biked around here like one time. You see fellow bikers right here together. The good time to explore New York is like early, not in the evening when all the crowds come out. So usually like in the evenings you'll see this jam-packed with a lot of people. Then you got the pedicaps. Some of these ones are legit. They even got like the social media and you can book them. And they'll be happy to show you around. Some of them are locals and they know everything about New York. And they even got a light right here too. This here I don't support. Horse carriage. I know a lot of people do it, but I'm not really a fan of the horse carriage, you know, sometimes. What they go through and stuff, I think it's better to support other types of themes. But yeah, this bike, probably towards 72nd Street, then I'm gonna make it towards the Upper West Side before I head up by the Hudson River. I gotta tell you, this is some genius theme. The way how they develop a park here in the middle of the concrete jungle, like all the trees and everything. And I think thanks to this park, this contributes also with the weather of New York City. It's like an oasis in the middle of the city, and it goes all the way to 110th Street by Harlem. From 59th Street to 110th Street. But yeah, I feel like a little kid. I remember when I was a kid, I used to bike a lot back home, and here I am again, you know, biking in New York City. What a dream, right? And the thing is on my bike is designed like the old school style. The way to stop the bike is not with the handlebars. You gotta pedal backwards, and that's how your bike be stopping right now. So, but yeah, really fun. Look at the view behind me. And the easy, accessible bike lane. And it keeps going since we're technically in the summer. Here's an event that's called Summer Stage. And what they do in New York City is that every summer they do like free concerts, you know, all over New York, all over the boroughs, even Staten Island, the Bronx. You just gotta go to the webpage and see what's going on. They bring artists and stuff. So I think that's something really cool that they do in the city that have people to enjoy the weather and have a good time. So I got myself a little bit lost. So I gotta check in Google Maps, like which side would take me to the Upper West Side. I think I would literally pass where I needed to go, so now I need to turn back. That's the beauty about exploring. So I literally passed where I needed to go, but I'm just gonna figure another way around here. At the end of the day, I got the entire day, and you know I love exploring and stuff, so it's like a good workout. So I'm just gonna head a little bit forward to see what's going on until I make it to another regular neighborhood. My only negative comment about this bike is actually a single folding bike. So if I'm going up the hill like now, I run out of breath. But that's how you do it, right? Workout. So over here on this side is the Upper East Side. I don't know if you can see the buildings behind the trees. Mostly in the winter you might see it, but then you can see all the vegetation and the trees that's going on over here. And it really helps out with the weather, you know. You feel like a little bit of a breeze going on. Then you see behind me all the beautiful vegetation. It's like if you biking under a tunnel of trees, which is really cool, you know. So yeah, trees over here, trees over there, and there should be a lake towards my left side. I see people going this way. Maybe I can shortcut through here. So I gotta tell you, this is probably the first time I ever biked in the entire park. Woo, almost fell there. I figured out mine as well, why not, you know? Good workout, beautiful weather. Ventured the entire park, you know, on a bike. I already crossed it by foot one time when I was live streaming. But yeah, you can see what's going on. Beautiful day, you know, they cut the grass here pretty nice and neatly. Even though I don't come to this park pretty often, it's still beautiful to look at. And I feel like it gets a little bit more local once you pass Upper East Side, Upper West Side, and the Harlem side of the park. It's much more tailored than the 59th Street side. There's even baseball parks right here, you know. But I really love how well maintained the grass is here, how they cut the grass. That's something that's really cool. So I decided to cruise a little bit of this portion of Harlem. We got Adam Clayton Jr. Boulevard right here, so probably do a block or two. They got a bike lane, and then we're gonna merge more towards west side of Manhattan. You can see how nice the boulevard is with the bike lanes, all architecture, but I really love how the trees collide with the bike lane. So it looks pretty quiet over here. But they're doing construction, so I'm gonna go, this is 112, maybe in 113, I'll make it towards the left and head towards the west side to see what's going on. Here I am in one of the regular streets. Pretty beautiful. I tell you, Harlem has some beautiful architecture, especially if you head towards the Malcolm X area. It's just like a different type of neighborhood. And I have a little enemy, there's a cloud on top of me, so hopefully it doesn't pretty much pour some crazy rain over here while I'm trying to bike over here. But enjoy the architecture right here, you know, which is really cool and stuff. But now I'm gonna make it ahead and see what's going on. So instead of 79th Street, I'm gonna push it to 110th Street. 110th Street is to take me towards Riverside Drive, and there should be like a little pedestrian area or something that would take me towards the waterfront, and I can bike all the way to Lower Manhattan. This is the other end of Central Park that a lot of people don't see or cover, which I think is really good and pretty local. And totally worth the sport. So I should be making my right, and this is 110. This is 110. My enemy is gonna be going up this hill. Well, let's do it. And this guy literally takes over the bike lane. But here's a pretty interesting neighborhood, Manhattan Valley, Bloomingdale's, and they got a lot of restaurants through Broadway, so it's pretty good to explore. So I gotta tell you, going up that hill literally killed me going up, but now we're gonna go down, so this will be the easy part. But I'm gonna take a little break over here before we keep going down towards the waterfront to see what's going on. But you know, another way to see New York City for a bike. So I took my little break, so we're back in track now. It should be easier to go down the hill towards Riverside Drive, which is a cool area. And then we should start getting some pretty beautiful, nice views. Gotta love the architecture and the apartment complex right here, surrounded by the streets. I'll tell you, every single street that you go in New York City is just worth to take a look. Take a look and see what's going on, you know. Broadway's ahead of me, and if you go throughout Broadway, tons of restaurants, one of the longest streets in the world. And it goes through the Bronx all the way, and then all the way to Lower Manhattan. So made it here towards the Riverside Drive area. And I gotta figure out how do I make it to my right down, but probably gonna go through this road, and there should be another way for me to connect and finally be in the Hudson River Greenway. And we can start seeing the Hudson River and the views and make it all the way towards lower part of Manhattan. So this is Riverside Drive, which is a beautiful drive or road in the western side of Manhattan, and you'll be getting views like this, the trees, going all the way through Harlem, towards the Upper West Side. I think if I go over here, it should be the path that would take me where I want to go. So I'm gonna go figure that out. And you see the beautiful architecture. So actually I'm seeing my destination, which is over that side, the bike path. So I'm trying to figure out maybe if I follow this towards 79th Street, maybe it'll take me towards that side. That's the side I want to go and check it out. I'm probably gonna look at the map to see if there's another way I can get towards that side. But you can see, you know, the river's over there. You got a tennis court. Then I'm surrounded by beautiful nature right here, which is pretty beautiful. It's gonna get even nicer, you know, next month. Not next month, in October, November, you know, when the fall season comes out here, but yeah. Different vibe over here, really nice. Damn, this is magic right here. This is actually my first time being in this side of the park. But there's so many roads that you can explore that it would take you literally forever, but look at this beauty right here. Vegetation, the nature, and it's much better when you bring it on the bike because you can reach like farther areas far. But yeah, I think if I go towards 96th Street, there should be an area that take me by the river. So I'm gonna try to do that. So I finally made it by the waterfront. There was actually a route that would take me under that tunnel that you see behind me. It goes down and then you end up by the waterfront right here. You got places like Gothenburg, New Bergen, Jersey City's in the back. Then in front of me is the George Washington Bridge. So I think we are in for a treat. So here you see what's going on. Those are the three buildings of Gothenburg. Then you can see downtown Jersey City, but this bike should take me all the way downtown. It's gonna get even more interesting when I start passing like the Upper West Side version. So that should be good. You see how the people go easily and comfortable in their bike. So this is gonna be fun. So even on a comfortable day like this, like nice weather, you still sweat. I guess because I've been biking a lot. So like I say, biking is literally like a good workout. But then ahead of me is nice views. So you can see this over here. You know, I walk around the path many times, but I never got a chance to bike around it. So today is the day. see how well paved this bike lane is. You divide it and then you share it with the joggers and pedestrian. This is actually like a meditation and ASMR vibe. So a lot of people, they do this, you know, they work out, either to run or bring the bike, so it's a really good way, you know, to explore the city. Then you're surrounded by the highway to my left, the West Side Highway. And then the Hudson River and New Jersey. I love the sky, it's pretty beautiful, the clouds. Wow, this is my first time in this side. This is really cool. It looks like I'm literally in the bridge with the busy highway, but then it's just a different vibe right here. Pretty dope. It's gonna get more interesting ahead of me. Once I start getting ahead, I should be passing underneath the West Side Highway. It's gonna be a bridge on top, and that's gonna be like a different vibe, really cool also. I think you guys are gonna like it. So this side, it needs to be a little bit more developed. It's a little bit bumpy. But like I said, I never passed this side. I've been towards the Village, 14th Street, Little Island, and it gets better over that way. So it's gonna be much more smoother to ride. And then there's a pier over here. Literally 14 years in this area, and I still discover new things happening in New York City. New York City is just massive, you know. And I've never seen this area over here. Doesn't look that safe, you know. I guess it connects it with this. Then over here's where it merged, and after this little merge over here, it should get smoother and even more interesting. So it literally feels like I'm somewhere else, like outside the city, like upstate, with the hiking and the hills and the trees like this. But if you look, I don't know if you can see towards my right side, you can see the Hudson River. It's just crazy the type of magic that you get in New York City. Then I'm up the hill and you can see the cars of the West Side Highway. Then you got a little local park here. That area over there is only for the pedestrians, so they literally merged the bike path. But once I go down that way, it should take me straight down. And this would be an easy ride all the way to the financial district. And then now we're getting back in track. Here's where it's gonna get pretty interesting. And it's gonna divert me towards underneath the bridge and the highway, so stay tuned. And just like a car, you just follow, you know, one way, the other way. And they got this area here that's for the pedestrians with the water. And now we're gonna be passing underneath the bridge. Love the magic of the skyscrapers with the bridge. And you got a basketball court underneath the bridge. That's dope. And then we go under here. It's gonna be like an easy, smooth ride. Love it. And it's not only a bike lane and a waterfront or greenway, they even have like attractions for kids, like playgrounds and stuff. They even have some areas where they got bars and food, you can get a drink, restrooms. It'll get even nicer when I go ahead. And this is pretty dope right here, look at this, wow. The magic, I've walked here many times, but never on a bike. And you see the buildings, borderline of Upper West Side with the skyscrapers. And then a beautiful smooth ride, which is dope. With the view of the Hudson River in New Jersey in the back. Which is pretty awesome. Look at this guy here and his chair. But you see how smooth it is, the road, how it's paved for the bike. So it should be like an easy ride towards downtown. So surreal. Seems like they're gonna develop something over here to my left. And then I'm not sure how clear you can see, but you see a whole family of ducks. One of those are the ducks from Aflac. Just hanging out here, chilling in the grass. But yeah, this is pretty magic. And I was seeing they wanted to do a preposition to do like a loop like this all over Manhattan. So I think that's literally a good idea. And it would give me ideas for me to make videos doing the entire Manhattan length. And here's gonna get pretty interesting too, because we literally passed underneath the bridge, but now the roads are gonna be pretty well paved. And comparing to the nature over here, you're gonna see the views of the skyscrapers in the city. It's a different vibe. Here we got this weird shaped triangle building right here. The Hudson River is ahead of me. So this is actually really cool. I feel literally like a little kid that got a new toy. Just biking around here and exploring the high-rise buildings in the city. Then they really beautified this park over here by the waterfront. Pretty nice so people can walk, recreate, chill. And the way how they put the vegetation and the plants and the trees, I think it's something that's pretty nice. And a lot of cities should take notes of it, you know. This is actually awesome and nice. Pretty comfortable. And here you can see how busy it gets to my left. Traffic, people going back and forth. There should be some huge boats to my left side, to my right side. But you can't see it because of this bridge over here. I'm not sure how clear you can see, but there's a huge cruise ship right here. The Intrepid Museum is also right here too ahead. I've never been, but maybe one day I'll go and check it out, maybe make a video, because there's a lot of history with that, which I think is pretty cool. Pier 88 right here. So there's tons of piers here that connect with each other. Like I said, the weather's pretty pleasant today, pretty nice. Then I like how the light, when it changes green, it has the design of the bike. And then this is the Intrepid right here. Trying to go in, a lot of tourists in here, so it's kind of like a, it's not really a navy, but you know, it represents it. And they have a first exhibition and people can come here and check it out. Gotta tell you, this area over here reminds me of Seattle, Washington. Like the pier like this with the buildings is near the Pike Place area, waterfront. Got this place called Circle Line. I guess it's this area where you can take one of those cruise ships. They probably got music and food when they go around the Hudson River. And you get some nice views, you know, you pay a fee. You know, here's one of the New York waterway ferry terminals, which it will take you to New Jersey. And a good way to commute. And then you could catch the ferry, the shuttle bus. Because, you know, this is a little bit far for like the downtown area. Like in walking distance, or if you hop in one of these shuttles, it'll take you more like near 42nd Street, 7th Avenue, and then you can walk to your destination, whether it's work or wherever you want to go. Behind here is the Javits Center. I don't know how clear you can see, but I'm passing Hudson Yards. I think we get a better view ahead. Some of the newest addition to New York City. And here you get the view. The trees might block a little bit of the view, but this is an idea of what it looks like, which is really cool. I like it pretty far. And I'll tell you, this keeps going. I'm starting to feel it already. Feeling tired and hungry. So after this, it's gonna be a post-bike meal that I think is gonna be like heaven. But so far, I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying this. This is really fun. This looks pretty nice with the vegetation, even the flowers and some of these trees right here, and look how nice the bike lane is. It literally looks like a road for the cars. It's a designated bike lane, so this is pretty easy to ride right here. So here we got Chelsea Piers, which is kind of like a sport entertainment. I think they got more stuff going on in the inside. Then over here should be probably part of West Village or a little bit more ahead. As you can see the architecture, the building. The Chelsea High Line is not far from here, so it's a really good vibe. Don't know, here's the newest attraction and touristy area, Little Island. But once you go up there, you get some pretty impressive views of Lower Manhattan and Jersey City. So it's pretty nice. I think here's a better view of it. So yeah, really cool. I like it so far. Then I like this section over here, how the tree is literally covering the bike lane. Then if you do a detour in some of this regular neighborhoods, it gets pretty nice and quiet. So taking a little break and a little detour, but look at the beautiful fountain I got over here. And that's why I said they try to beautify the park over here, the Hudson River Park. So it's not just like a bike lane and people walking. They got things like this, and then you can enjoy the views and the good vibes. And then over here you see the skyscrapers of Jersey City right ahead of me with the clouds. But the more I go towards downtown, the nicer it's gonna get. So pretty nice vibes. And I don't know if you can see with the trees, but you can see some of the new developments going on in buildings. Then ahead of me, you should be seeing the Freedom Tower. And they're gonna build even more over here. So, you know, it's a good way to explore the city by bike. You can reach much more areas than by foot. This is an epic view over here. You see the new developments of high-rise thing at the end. You see One World Trade Center or the Freedom Tower. This is really good, and I'm gonna pass literally next to it. And the good thing, there's not too many people biking, so I think this is a good time to do it, you know. Perfect weather, it's not rush hour, it's a weekday, Thursday, so it's something that's really good. So we're passing Tribeca, which is another cool neighborhood. And the Hudson River Park is still here to my right. We got Pier 25, you know, so every street that you go, I guess they label it up. It's not really a street, but they label up like the amount of piers that they got by the Hudson River. But it's been an epic evening right here, riding the bike in New York City, and I gotta do this more often before it starts getting really cold. Still got a couple more months of comfortable weather to bike. You know, here's pretty interesting how they got this, but then some of the best views of the Freedom Towers right here in the bike path. It's really good. Let's see if I can capture something better once I'm a little bit forward. It's like if I enter another world from uptown down here. While you're at uptown, you get a lot of nature, but down here in lower Manhattan, it's just literally skyscrapers, which it really feels like here in New York, which we are. Not sure how much you can see, but got a view of the Freedom Tower right there. There are more buildings over here. Brookfield Place is right here. Battery Park is towards my end. Gotta watch out with the people out here. But I really like how they got this bike lane over here, so comfortable. Over here is Ground Zero. The World Trade Center Oculus train station is right there. One of the most expensive train stations in the whole world. Designed by Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava. This will take me all the way down, passing where the Staten Island Ferry Terminal is, Seaport District. And it goes around the other side, but it doesn't take the whole stretch of the FDR highway. But you have an idea what it looks like, and it's pretty impressive. And we got a pedestrian bridge overpasses that will connect you from one side of the downtown to another one. And this over here turns different. I think at the end, when I head towards the Hudson River, you're gonna get a really good view of the Freedom Tower from another angle. But look how nice and well paved the bike lane is, which I love it. It's pretty nice. So I know it might not be a lot for the bikers, but I think this is like the most I bike. And the thing is, I don't bike that much, so I'm probably gonna feel a lot of pain after this today, but it was totally worth it to get some good content for you guys and show you New York City from another aspect on a bike. Whoa, what's going on here? It's like they're watering up the plants. So I didn't realize that, but yeah. Let's make it towards the end, and we're gonna call it the end of this video over here, and an amazing evening biking towards the Hudson River bike path. So yeah. So here I want to show you a little bit. This is the Empire State Trail, which I'm in part of it. And then here you got a map. This is where I'm at, but look, this is all it does. It can go all the way up, and then it goes all the way towards West New York and Buffalo. Remember, New York is a big state, and New York City is only like this little portion you see here in the corner, but this is New York State, so there's a lot of nature, mountains, lakes and stuff, so it's not just skyscrapers, and then you have a view of what it can look like. And then here's the map of the city version, so it could go towards the Bronx, Westchester County, then you got Manhattan right here. And then all of this, so I literally went way up. I biked all this, and this is where I'm at right now, so I did a pretty decent amount of biking. And then over here's another angle of the Freedom Tower, which is pretty nice, and I like it so far. So this is what you get, and the bike lane continues. Like I said, I bike a lot, and I'm really tired now, but I had a blast doing this for you guys, so hopefully I can do more bike videos, but I think this is gonna be a perfect area for me to wrap up this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more, and be safe out there. Everybody, God bless y'all, and peace.